Hey guys, Sean's in the Connection Machine, aka the Insurance Doctor, and the host for the Network Marketing Insider, where I bring on guests that are network marketers, affiliate marketers, multi-level marketers, and they share their story. We talk about their strategies that are successful, some of their failures, some of the things that they do, their daily disciplines that might help you. So if you're taking notes, please do. If you have questions, drop them in the comments. And for those that are not really that much of an action taker, please, at least you can do is hashtag live on the live, hashtag replay on the replay. And throughout the conversation, please drop your favorite emoji so it helps us with our algorithm. While we're getting started, I want to share a couple things. A sponsor that I have is Got Backup. 6 terabytes of storage for 6 separate accounts for under $10 a month USD. It allows you to have your backup for your phone, your computers, and allows you never to lose those loving images. And you have resale rights, so you can build a business with your phone in the convenience of your home on your time. And the other thing I want to make sure you take a look at is Network Marketing Insider. This is where you can find .com, all the podcasts. Please give some support. Listen to if you want to listen to, and if you go to where the coin is, you can see all the other the video versions of it as well. Please, please, please reach out, connect, grow, and let's take it to the next level. Without further ado, let me bring and remove this from the screen, get this off, and bring on my next guest, Bruce Svenson. What's up, man? How are you?
Yeah, I'm pretty good. And yourself?
I'm doing fantastic. I appreciate you coming in. And I wanted to thank you for taking some time out of your day to drop some gems and golden nuggets. And I always ask, who are you and why did you get involved with network marketing?
All right. Well, my name is Bruce Svenson, and originally I got into network marketing because when I first got married at the age of, I was 20-year-old, and we had a couple of kids. I started with twins, so I'll never know what it's like to have the blessing of only one child. So, um, I've had people say to me, "Oh, yeah, when you might have one next time, yeah, but that makes three." Um, but, but anyway, but what happened was I was working customer service, and I love my job and that, but it was never enough money. Especially once I started, raising that family and that, and then one of my customers come up to me and said, "Oh, have you heard of network marketing?" And I said, "No, never had." And he sat down, he started drawing all the circles, and I then said to him, "Oh, well, it might be something my wife might be interested in because I myself aren't." So we arranged for him to come around and do some circles for my wife, and yeah, and we decided, yeah, okay, let's give this a shot, and we thought it would really make a change in our lives, and how disappointed we were. I think our first check was $2.27, and um, and yeah, and the only customer we were able to pick up was my mum, and no matter what though, we tried so hard, and we took all the advice, writing a list, meeting people at the shopping centres and laundry mats, and wherever, and for years and years we just struggled at it. And we got to the point where I felt like this isn't for us, and we both decided to quit, and because we thought it wasn't for us. And a couple of years later, my mum comes up to me and said, "Hey, listen, I just joined this business, and I really want you to join with me." And I thought to myself, well, I can see the potential in network marketing, and I thought, well, maybe I'll give this a bit more of a go, and be a bit more committed to it. And I did. I spent about 18 months working really, really hard, and I only got to about $500 a month in profit. So you buy your products, and after you get your check, take about $500 a month. And then things started to really go down in my marriage. With broke up, and went through this really messy divorce and that, and I had done nothing for years. But the thing that was really great was that $500 a month that I was making kept on coming every month, for years. I'm talking 8, 9 years. And once I finally got myself my head back into the game and that, and I got remarried, and that I decided, oh, let's get into this. I got this business. It's making a few $100, and let's give it a shot. And then COVID hit, so that blew another hole in the water, and so I went back to the drawing board and thought, what do I have to do? And that's when I looked in my life and other things I've been successful in. So I did tenpin bowling, and I actually ended up bowling for Queensland at one stage of the game. And but what happened was, is in tenpin bowling, I sucked at that for years. 15 years, I was just an average, you know, league bowler who thought the only way I could win is through sandbagging. Where you deliberately get that bigger handicap so you can beat everyone in the competitions. Um, and then one day the centre manager said to me, listen, if you went and got some coaching, you would actually be surprised at how good you could actually get. So I did. I went out and got coaching, and it put me to that higher level where I was actually, better than the average league bowler, and I got to play for my state and that. And so I looked at that and I thought, you know what, if that works for bowling, and if and then I looked at golf and that, because I follow a bit of golf and that, and thought, well, even the professionals had coaches and so on, and thought maybe that's what I need to do, is I need to find a coach. So, and that's what I started doing. I started reaching out to first the higher ranked players, people that
Hmm.
bowling but the higher ranked distributors in our company, and what do they do, and so on. And but with COVID and that, I started looking at things like the digital marketing side of it, and that's what I started to do. I started to invest in myself and learn little bit more about digital marketing and things like that. So that's what I've done, is I've actually applied some digital marketing towards how I'm running the network marketing business, and I was able to start up ranking within the company within the last couple of years. And yeah, so that's where we are today. I have sort of branched a little bit out of network marketing, where I did learned about coaching, because I thought to myself, if I could teach other people what I'm doing,
Right.
so on. So, and I thought, well, I want to get accreditation, so I went out and got myself some accreditation as a coach, and I've based in mindset, and yeah, that's where we are now.
Man, I love the transparency. I love how what you were sharing. There's lots of golden nuggets, and I want to break some of those down. I want to really go back to what you were saying. What were on those circles that were in that meeting that you had, and then you saw the circles again in another meeting? What were in those circles?
Oh, like when they're drawing the picture of your network. So, there's you, the first circle, and then you put this circle here, and then that's the person you recruit, and then the people they recruit, and so on. Yeah, we used to call it drawing circles. So, a lot of my networking experience was the old school, where we used to actually go out and talk to people, bring them back to a coffee shop, or try to
Right.
convince them to come to a business presentation. And in the business presentation, the presenter would draw circles. And that's what we used to call it. Yeah. Oh, what are you doing tonight? Oh, I'm going to be drawing circles. So, yeah, in other words, I'm going to be presenting my business opportunity to someone.
Yeah, and I liked how you said you grew as far as becoming a coach. And those that are leaders in network marketing have to be able to coach, have to mentor, have to inspire so that their team continues to work. If they stop working, you can't always be working. And a lot of leaders think they can get to a certain level and then they just like, I'm going to be done. I don't have to work anymore. No, because they're always looking at you to improve. That's why I'm always learning. I'm always buying books. Francis no, is it Francis
Fraser Brooks.
Fraser
Huh?
Brooks? He's in
Fraser Brooks.
UK, Building
Yeah.
Empire. I got Harvey Connor's book. I'm involved with a lot of networking groups that I'm always trying to learn from because I was involved. I'm in insurance business as well. I like residual income, and it allows you to work hard and then continue to get rewarded from your work from the
Yeah,
past, right?
as I say to people, I don't work to make money. I work to get a pay rise. Okay, it's a completely different concept. One of my daughters just recently, we were talking, and I said, "Look, what you're telling me is you're a slave to money." And then she said, "But you need money." I said, "Well, I use money to live, but I'm not a slave to money. I'm a slave to myself and bettering myself. I don't actually work for money. I work for me, and then the money just comes along because I use oh, is it Zig Ziglar? The more
Yes,
the more if you it, the more you help people get what they want, the more you'll
yes.
have of what you want, and and that's basically being the principle. So if I work on myself, I get myself better, then I can actually then give more to people to help them get to the next levels. And that's the beauty thing that I like about network marketing is when I'm at this level, I got a whole heap of people who are just at one level below me, almost reaching that level. And and that is the awesome thing of network marketing is taking someone who has no future, no hope in their finances, and then being able to show them a simple system that they can follow that can actually help them, eventually replace their income working part time. So yeah, that's what I love about networking.
Now, Bruce, where are you located in this wonderful world out there?
I'm actually in Brisbane, Australia. So yeah,
So I want to make sure people understand Zig Ziglar is worldwide now, like everywhere. You hear this. Is it in Australia? I have a great friend of mine in Australia, a mentor, Scott Gerard. Shout out, helped me get this to get the website for this done, get the podcast rolling, get my coin done. How, in your own opinion, in Australia, how do people feel about network marketing?
so that's a good question. It really depends who you're talking to. There is a lot of hate for it, like in the industry, because I think the traditional ways of doing network marketing, we were called pushy, make your lists and all that. That's still sitting there. But what I'm finding is in the younger generations, because since COVID and everything networking's been forced to go more online. But as I'm going back outside online and actually talking to people out in the streets, I'm actually starting to find that the younger people, those what do you call it, uh, the millennials and the Gen
Yes.
Zs, a lot of them have never heard of Amway. Uh, like even some of the comments I had in on a Facebook post, I'm in a men's group where we talk about business and things like that. So it's not a networking group. And someone had this post where he's looking for something, and I suggested, why don't you try networking? And and some of the negativity that come back um, is really based on that old traditional dinosaur, where you did have to make your list and that. But I don't see it as much in the younger generations. But I have heard one of the comments was, "Oh, network marketing. That's just another word. That's just a new word for multi-level marketing." And I said, when I was first introduced to multi-level marketing, it was called network marketing, and I've been in this industry for over 20 years. So yeah, it's not a new word, but yeah, I've got a feeling that the younger generation is um, probably more prepared for network marketing than what we think. There was that negative in my age group and people a little bit older than me. But as the younger people are growing in number and coming through, and we've sort of gone off from the traditional styles of networking. I think that the younger generation will. I think they're our gold nuggets. I think that's where we should be aiming at now. If we want to bring new life into networking, we should be looking at the younger generation now, because they have a different set of mentality, a different set of and they can understand the new digital world.
I think I agree 100%. It's a great space to be in. I think if you are, because they're all on social media, they all don't want to work, go to a nine
Yeah,
to five. They want to work from home. They want to be able to use their phone, and they want to just have a short day, like a couple hours. So if you really put your time in over the course of some months, you can make some money if people are consistent. And I think you're right. I think that's a good market to get into. And I think I might have to re-strategize that. And that's why I love doing this, because it sparks ideas. It sparks more things to think about, to change direction, to make more success come down the road.
it's something that I'm actually doing at the moment as well. I do have some young people that I'm chatting with, and I'm actually trying to create a whole new, what do you call it? Just a whole new marketing campaign that's going to be aimed more at the older Gen Zs and the younger millennials. So, that 22 to 30 uh, age group. So, that's something I'm working on at the moment. Is that a new campaign where we'll focus in with these younger people who are, they really want to make a difference in their lives and in the lives of others as well. So I think that they're more purpose driven than what we were. Like they're more concerned about everyone else rather than just themselves. Well, like they are more concerned about themselves, but they want to be seen
Yes.
that they're more concerned about others, I think. And that's the slight difference. And this is one way that network marketing is one way they can do that.
Now, in your past, what kind of failures did you deal with in network marketing?
All of them. um, I just number one was we were taught from day one this is not selling; it is sharing. So my perception was I'm not trying to sell anything. But the biggest issue is we're told to make a list, and because I'm not a very sociable person, I don't have a big list. So if so, what that meant is because I had a really sucky list, and then for me to be successful in my mind, I needed the highest conversion rate. So because I could only come up with about 18 people that I thought would do would do this business when I first started. And so if you only got 18 people, and you need to get at least five of them, so you have to convert at least one in three, don't you? You know what I mean? And so without realizing it, I just become this super pushy, and it actually got to the point that friends would stop, or family even
Like,
would stop inviting me to dinner parties because
mhm.
they didn't want to be sold to. We had this really good product that you put it in your car and you got this 10% more fuel economy, about 10% more power, and but they were sick of hearing it. They didn't want to hear it. Even some of them brought the product just hoping I'd shut up. And as soon as they brought the product, next thing you know, they're trying to tell them how much money they can make if they start selling it. Like rather than just thinking, hey, look, we just got the sale. be happy with that profit, right? Just come back in a month's time when they might need more and say, hey, you need to buy some more, and leave it simple. So that's what I sort of learned out of that is while we want to say it is sharing, it really is selling. And now selling has changed as well. So I've just put myself through another course called Inspire to Buy. And it's not a cheap course, but it's basically it's more about educating the customer now rather than convincing them. So, like the old saying, I don't know if you heard it. If someone wants to buy a shovel, all right, and you want to sell them a shovel, the best way to get the sale is to teach them all about how to make a hole, because that's what they're looking for. They're looking for that hole. They're not looking for a shovel. And that's basically what I've had to do with myself is learn, how does my product fit in? How does my business opportunity fit in? And as I mentioned, I'm creating a whole new cycle at the moment, which I'm going to be calling the enrollment shift. So we just shift the focus from the product, the company, and the focus becomes me and what I can do for you. And so I become the product. And the beauty of that is let's say once I got that all running, the beauty of that is if the company I'm with decides to close doors, or
Right.
like some of them some of them just recently changed from network marketing to affiliate marketing.
Yes.
So there goes everything. If I branded myself with the product or with that company and it goes bust, well, I'm going to start from scratch again. So what I've learned is if I work on me and I become the product,
Yep.
I don't have to start from scratch. I got that momentum start, and all I do is just change the money making tool, and that's what the network business is. It's a money making tool. It's not the business. So I don't actually see myself as a network marketer anymore. I see myself as a results coach, of course, and yes, so my new system is more focusing on coaching people and guiding them. And then if they want to work with me, all right, well, we slip them into that whatever company I'm in at that time. And then I mentor them and bring them up to a leader, and I think we'll train them to become a coach as well. And that's what we're going to be doing. We'll be coaching people, helping them find their why, helping them work out what their obstacles are, how they can bypass all obstacles. And then of course, then we can sit down and see if they're interested in investing in our system, which actually can actually help overcome a lot of their obstacles and that. Yeah, and it's a simple duplication, which is really the key. Is if you can get people to follow something simple, and they can learn how to do it easy, and they can teach how to do it easy, well, now you have duplication, and that's the key. So yeah,
I like that. I like that a lot. I agree. Um, I used to be the insurance doctor because I was selling insurance, do a second opinion insurance review, but I was always connecting other people. So when I had a conversation, maybe the insurance I didn't close the sale, but I was able to refer you or recommend you to a mortgage person. That opened up a connection. Now a person to have recommendations from. Maybe I have recommended a realtor, an accountant. So I go by like you brand yourself. So I'm the connection machine, aka
yeah,
the insurance doctor, because it's not all about insurance for me, because I'm a full-time teacher as well. So I teach, I educate, I want to find, and I have conversations, and I put people through my funnels using affiliate marketing with a link. They watch a video, they learn about what I'm doing, and they put them through my process. It filters people out. You have a call with them, and you see which product or service they might work well with. If not, recommend something else, and you listen to them.
yes,
You're listening to people at all times to find out what their pain points are and how you can. I like saying this. I provide solutions to your problem.
Yeah, and that's basically the key to all marketing is you're a problem solver. And like I've seen in different groups of people going on about multiple streams of income and things like that. Now, well, if you've got a job and you've got your network marketing business, well, you've now got multiple streams of income, don't you? So you're already there. But what is multiple streams of income? You know, what's your skill set? What can you help people with? Um, who and things. So when you got your target market, like they're going to have other problems that you can't solve. So who do you know that you can point them to? You know, and you can work together. Do a joint venture, and that's really the key to it. Is if you want multiple streams of income, you need to find multiple people that you can work with and
Yep.
create a whole solution for people. And
No,
yeah,
it's something it's a good. So like you were saying, I don't do much selling. I have conversations. I'm sharing, and if it's and I don't. Hey, I used to be upset when I was selling mortgages, insurance. Oh, I didn't make the sale. Ah, damn it! And move on to the next one. This one, it's a shame that they don't want to work with me because how consistent I am. Like here's some value for those that are watching. If you're not doing video, start doing video. 15-second videos, TikTok, shorts on YouTube, the reels on Facebook and Instagram. Huge. You get more reach. Do long form, do short form, do everything in the middle, entertain, educate. It will bring you business. Is it immediate? No. It takes some time, build some traction, but it's just like anything else. If you quit, the day you quit is where you went. That next day you would have had all the floodgates open. And that's what the problem is. People don't follow through till the end. That's an issue.
yeah.
And I'm sure you're seeing that with your coaching business, right? People are like, Bruce, I think I want to quit. But they haven't, you said it about finding their why. How long does it take some people to find their why?
Well, I join a session with someone like myself as a coach to find your why. I've had people find it within 5 minutes of talking to them. And I actually had one lady the other week where um, I booked her for a 35-minute call, and we end up having to do two sessions of about an hour and 15 minutes each before we actually got down to her why. But it was so liberating for her once she understood her core or what we call a shadow value. So we make our decisions based on our values more than anything else. And most of the values we have are what we call shadow values. And what they are, they're values that we have in ourselves that are hidden. And like, for example, you might have an idea where I makes logic to do this, but every time you go to do it, you do that. And you don't know why. And what it actually could be is your value system is hidden, and to do what you think is logical is actually against your shadow values. So every time it comes time to take the action, shadow value says no, and you go the other way. And and that was a big thing that I had in my life with a lot of things is I didn't understand these shadow values, but uh, fortunately I do now. And just to bring on more, just recently where you're talking about persistence and following through, the biggest thing that we learned, or I've learned in the coaching, is that commitment is biology, like our biology. When we make a commitment to something, our biology actually changes to make that commitment important. So the longer we commit to something, the more our cells will actually insulate, so the electrons can go through easier. For example, so our cells always want to go the electrons will always go the easiest route. Okay, so they'll drop in, drop out. And what will happen is when we make a commitment to something, all right, what happens is our cells start to isolate, insulate, sorry, they insulate the neurons so the electrons can come up and down. Now, here's the thing is, like, for example, let's say you started playing golf. So when you first start playing, it's really hard to hit that ball. You, you got, and it's because your electrons aren't able to go through properly, that you have trouble, and it's really hard. But when you commit to it and you keep on putting that time in, as you go, these cells will insulate, and then you get to the point where you can do it like you're walking, where you don't have to think about it anymore. And this is the beauty with commitment. If you make commitment, our biology is designed in a way to support us to reach the goal. So if you commit to the goal and you take the action every day, your cells will actually make it easier and easier for you to do the actions that gets the result.
Man,
Yeah.
that's that. That was a great ending right there. I mean, I was going to ask you, that's a way to end a show. Massive value, guys. If you're just tuning in, you're going to have to wait till this uploads. Get it from the beginning. Take your notes. Drop comments. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. I want to thank Bruce for being with us today. And everyone else, I want you to stick around for a moment, Bruce, and everyone else, we hope you have an amazing rest of your day.